life is artwork. You might not understand this. The way that I spit is like putting strokes on the canvas. Taking notes of all the urban cries. Put it down, materialize, then watch as the paint dries. Better bet the ink, cause every time I think it's time to keep afloat while these other cats sing. No Titanic, too over dramatic. I feel like new edition in the rain now. Tell me, can you stand it? With each word I'm building me a steeple. And if you open my works up, there you'll find my cathedral. You got your wood stains, a little glass paint, but it all tell a story, man. Think that it can't. Where I come from, it's deer hunters and street guns. So I spray these words like the Uzi weighs a ton. It's that heavy. I'm pouring this out from my heart to give you the truth the way that you see it's art. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that spit is just like a brushstroke. Paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch. Yo, this life's artwork. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch. Yo, this life's artwork. My prescription, better yet my mission is to visualize and give the world vision. Work to heal the streets with a little audio heat. And smooth it all out over laid back beats. A to the R to the T, Wisco flow. Like you're in a gallery and see a Picasso. But this ain't Picasso, baby. Even though it's like Jay, cause it's gonna drive the world crazy. This is for those admiring and looking. I heat it up for Instagram and Pinterest cooking. It's so acrylic every time that I spit it. My foliage show that I all get it. Speaking of, this art get wows and awes. Like a masterpiece that's up in the halls. Everything is so realistic, but better yet, man, yo, it's so artistic. Cause now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that's spit is just like a brushstroke. Paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and everything that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. My glaze in, bring the pick on home. I'm just an artiste in the Midwest zone. Now it's a lot of cats that paint, but they ain't making art. Cause they be lying from the very start. So I make it a point that I paint what I feel. Cause I know deep inside what I feel is all real. And this exhibit don't end till I say so. Sincerely yours, Michael Tangelo. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and the way that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. Now you can tell by the voice that it ain't a joke, and the way that it spit is like a brushstroke. Paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a pitch, paint a picture. Yo, this life is artwork. It's all artwork, baby. Welcome to my masterpiece, theater. Now you can go on and get a bootleg of it if you need to, you know what I'm saying? You can hang it on your wall, you don't even need a frame. Yo, this life is artwork.
In a world saturated with content, your trusted RBN embodies that spirit, espousing a philosophy grounded in accountability as it tackles Black social issues, family issues, and political issues with the rigor and fervor that are both rare and necessary. Under the audacious motto, we dare to be bold, not silent. The channel invites viewers into a space of unapologetic discourse, where pressing issues are unpacked with intelligence, empathy, and resilience. Standing at the intersection of empowerment and education, this platform recognizes that discussions around Black social issues cannot be contained within narrow confines. Hence, it sprawls into diverse territories. Beyond the headlines, your trusted RBN explores the undercurrents shaping Black people issues with the lens that is both piercing and compassionate. A foray into the channel's political discourse reveals a landscape where accountability isn't just championed, it is demanded. Through thoughtful analysis and discerning critiques, the platform urges viewers to envision a political sphere devoid of passivity. Here, individuals are not mere spectators, but active participants steering the narrative and progress. Furthermore, engagement is not a one-way street on this platform. Viewers find themselves in a vibrant community where their voices are valued, where they are urged to be bold, not silent, and to engage actively through likes, comments, shares, and discussions that foster a rich and diverse tapestry of perspectives and insights. In a nutshell, your Trusted RBN is more than a content hub. It is a pulsating, dynamic entity that stands as a bastion of accountability in a world inundated with noise. It doesn't just venture to spark discussions. It ignites movements, steering narratives with a force that is unyielding, yet respectful, grounded, yet visionary. Subscribe today and become a part of a community where you dare to be bold and not silent, where your voice matters. Now, welcome to our live stream. Have the conversation.
Hey yo, may I interject? It's about time for communal reconnect. Power of the we in some type of context. Working on the us so we can get to what's next. Just that grown brother, grown sister type of flex. More like soul check, not just collecting checks. Facts, not feelings, is what we got on deck. Take the high road, so this here is high tech. Getting back to the real, the very thing that we hitting on. Pull up or sit down and tell me what you sipping on. Reclaiming kinghood, that is what we getting on. Real headlines is what we spitting on. So, hey now, let's have a conversation. Maybe take a sec, talk on what we facing. Only way to change is to change the situation. How about we break bread now and have a conversation? Hey now, yo, let's have a conversation. Maybe take a sec, talk about what we facing. Only way to change is to change the situation. So how about we break bread now and have a conversation?
Yeah, this is what I'm made of. This is for the throne and the kingdom. The king's here, yelling freedom. Do or die, do it now if you believe it. You reap what you sow every season. Yeah, you kill what you eat when you feast it. Yeah, it's death before the sign and no treason. No, in that time of war, no retreat. Never lay down and die on my feet. I look the reaper in his eyes and won't blink. I'm the voice every time that I speak. It's like thunder when it strikes. I'm the king. I'm the king. I am supreme. I am. I am. I am the king. I am supreme. I am. I'm the king. You gotta keep going when you in the field. Yeah. Can't lose heart when it gets real. Yeah. Always push back, can't lose ground. Always stand up, never back down. Victory is key, victory is yours. Through the blood, sweat and tears coming out your pores. Through the tears and the pain cause you want more. Grind time through it all until it pays off. I'm in the league of my own. I'm a king and I'm bad to the bone. Heavy in the game, made for the throne. I'm out of this world, I'm in my zone. I'm the king. I am supreme. I am. I am. I am the king. I am supreme. I am. I am. Like a god. I'm the king. I am. I am. I am the king. Yeah, yeah. king.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Real Bravado Network. My name is TJ, and I am your facilitator for the journey today. Not going to get all into it today in the intro. Going to get right into what we got going on today. First of all, thank you, Eric Jordan, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. And of course, I always appreciate everything and everybody when they support me, whether it be in the chat, whether it be with a super chat, whether it be with a cash app, which I never give my cash app, but always support. And this one is for you, Mr. Eric Jordan.
But these last $2.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the super chat right away. And thank everybody who is joining me today, this afternoon. I will not keep you long because it's the afternoon and I got plenty of other things I need to get done, but I wanted to do a quick pop-up. Let me put this out, and thank you to everyone. Okay, if I can learn how to spell everyone, that'll be great. Everyone in the chat. All right, guys, listen. You saw the title today, Obsessed with 50-50, but before we get to there, I am growing extremely disenchanted with the relationship the conversation surrounding what's going on with the pairing of Black people, boy. I have been fighting for a long time against the fact that we are absolutely cooked. We are done. We are done for. There's no hope. I've been fighting against that feeling like that for a long time. But last night I decided to check in periodically on This Might Be Risky, and I watched the 20-somethings have a discussion about what it means to get together. And my God, if you are a millennial or a late Gen Xer, these are our children up here, or we are old enough to be their parents too, for the most part. When I say we're done, we're done. If you guys haven't checked it out, go back and check out. It was a long stream, so I'm not sitting there saying watch the entire stream. But go out and watch the conversation, especially like the last hour or so of that conversation. My goodness. The fact that we're seeing 20-somethings having the same conversation and having the female 20-somethings having the same talking points as the women in my age group and as the women in my mother's age group and as the women in my grandmother's age group. They all have the same goddamn talking points about Black men, what it means to be with a Black man, and their role and what they expect out of a relationship with somebody, with a Black man. And then witnessing the fellas have the same goddamn frustration as my generation, my father's generation, and a generation up. Sitting there watching that in real time, it was just so disheartening. There was a lot of things in there that I think was good information that I think we need to listen to, but the overall assessment that I got from that is we are absolutely cooked, and there's no hope for us. There is absolutely no hope for us, and it is mind-blowing to understand and see that. And I'm not going to lie to you, I have been fighting against that whole feeling that there is no hope. But when you see, I'm in my 40s now, I'm in my mid-40s, and seeing mid-20s having the same fight the women with the same talking points and the guys with and the men in their 20s with the same frustrations. The only difference is the men in their 20s, they're just saying we're not putting up with this crap, and we gotta go someplace else. We gotta go someplace else. If our black women are saying fuck us, then fuck us then. You know, and then one of the men was like, look, I'll come around and fuck you, but I know you ain't for me. So why would I spend any time worrying about you and you ain't for me? And you feel like you better than me, and you feel like that you can live this life without me. Then they're 20 saying that. I'm in my 40s saying that. Then my father's generation was saying that. And then not his father's generation. But you guys understand what I'm talking about here. You know, this is ridiculous. And it's emotionally exhausting. And I'm saying that to say that a lot of platforms, and I'm not picking on any particular platform, but a lot of platforms out here on YouTube are, you know, you would hope that they are here trying to do the work, but they're not. And, you know, a lot of them may have these conversations, and then a lot of them are here to galvanize money. And listen, I'm not anti-making money, even with having these conversations. But, you know, it's like, we've become so hyper-focused on the dollar, and we place so much value on the dollar, which is fun with me, which the need for financial resources is important, but to place the level of value that we place on currency, that's not going to mean a damn thing when they stick us all in the ground. It's maddening. And it kind of reminded me to a degree. I was talking to two different sets of women at the job. Well, they're not sets, two different women. One was a black woman, one was a white woman. The black woman was she was confiding in me about her continual frustrations of going through relationship after relationship after relationship with men that she has to continuously provide all of the financial, but romantic, anything that a woman that enjoys. That's the dates, the flowers, going out of town, concerts, whatever. You know what I mean? She was complaining about, you know, the last guy that she was with, and that like how she had to continuously foot the bill. She had to foot the bill for this guy, and she's had to foot the bill for every guy along the way. And then I had to remind her. I said, you know, you've had a couple men come your way that you would not have had to do that with. And then her response was, well, they were all controlling. I said, what made these men controlling? These men that you would not have to worry about, a simple date, taking you out on a simple date, paying for a simple date, having to live with you. What was so bad about these guys? What was so controlling? And I go, oh, they had requirements and standards for your behavior and stuff like that, and you didn't want to follow it. So you rather be out here continuously getting your ass ran through, getting more and more jaded, piling up more and more bodies, spending more and more money, so you don't have to feel like you got to come into cooperation with nobody. I said, at some point, you are going to have to choose, and maybe you already choose. You're going to have to choose the guy that you got to front out your money for and the guy that you don't. Those are two different guys, and there's two different sets of understandings and responsibilities that come with those men. Productive, character-driven men that want a quality woman, those men come with criteria. And they come with a behavior. And you talking about you want, and then this woman talking about she want a man with discipline. Those men of discipline is going to require you to be disciplined. There's a requirement. So when you talk about these kind of men that you want, and then I'm looking at what you're accepting, you're bitching about what you're accepting because you won't go where it's. I said, how do you know that being with that kind of a man is going to be stifling for you when you've never done it? You keep doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, and then you're getting pissed and you're getting angry and you're getting your heart broke, and then you got to come up here and you got to work 2 to 3 extra overtime shifts to offset the fact that you spent $700-800 on a weekend trip for you and your boo because he couldn't afford to do it. Black women, you are a bunch of fucking liars. You're a bunch of fucking liars. You do not want, and y'all need to stop this bullshit talking about what kind of man you want. The kind of man you want is going to require you to behave and move a certain way. So stop the fucking nonsense about that. That's what the fuck you want. You don't want that. What you want those fucking bums. You want the bums, but you want them to have our character. That shit don't work that way. That shit don't work that way. People need to learn to be alone. It's better than being with just no, Mo. I absolutely fucking disagree with you on that one. Our fucking black women need to stop with the bullshit. You are trying to make undeveloped men into men. You want undeveloped men to be men. Stop the bullshit. Sorry that the motherfucker that you claim you want is going to require something from you. Oh my God. That's a fucking revelation. Our women keep jumping from one fucking dumpster fire to the next and want to sit here and bitch about the quality of men. If you are rounding 40 and you got a list of 10 items on your list for a man, this goes for both of us. Be grateful if you can get 3. Because somewhere along the line, all of us, if we are at this stage of our life and we are unattached, we are unmarried, if we are unattached and unmarried at this stage of our life, every last one of us has fucked it up. We have absolutely screwed the pooch. We've mismanaged our time, we mismanaged our resources, and we mismanaged people that we should not have had. That's what the hell we've done. And we sitting out here at this old ass age and still sitting up in here with nonsense, like we haven't learned anything. And then while we're on This Might Be Risky, sitting around on This Might Be Risky and watching the 20-somethings have the same fight that we've been having for 20 years. Hold on a second. Easy Money Jones. I'm confused. What are black women lying about? Just because a man has money doesn't mean you are compatible. Here goes the more bullshit. Nobody ever said that. Easy Money Jones, our women, you know this to be true. Our women en masse pick the lowest of the low of our guys and then get mad when shit don't work out with them. And then when they get somebody of quality coming to them, they got every fucking excuse in the book not to get that. Because guess what? With those guys, with the lady at the work, with the black woman at the work, with the guy that she was dating that she really liked, but he couldn't take her out on the dates. He had to live with her. He was driving a car. All of this shit. They want those guys because there's a level of fucking control that they have over those men. So they think. I've never equated money to character. I've said on multiple occasions that a lady needs to pick a man based on his character first. If the guy is of substantial character, you don't have to worry so much about the financial aspect of dating. Yes, courting and dating for a man is going to cost you some bread. It's going to happen. No one's saying that it's not. But our ladies are picking guys who can't even take them to fucking Outback Steakhouse or IHOP. And then getting mad and upset, especially when other men have come along that could do that for them, who have decent enough character, because no one's absolutely perfect, but decent enough character, but they don't want those because those men say, hey, I need this, this, and this from you. Now you trying to control me. We got to stop with the bullshit. We're being dishonest. Our women are being dishonest, and to a degree, our men are being dishonest. We're out here just being fucking dishonest. The second lady that I talked to in the same damn night was a white woman, and she was a part-timer. And you know what? She was pissed the fuck off that she was at work. She was pissed the fuck off she was at work because for the last 4 years, she's been a stay-at-home mother. She wanted to be at home with her children, and she didn't care that the money was severely cut during those 4 years because she got to go be at home and serve her husband and take care of her kid. She was angry that her husband came to her and said to her, baby, I think we need you to go back to work for a little bit. And this woman's like, I can't wait until we get over this money hump so I can go back home to take care of my kids and serve my husband. Black women don't talk like that. Black women ain't talking about, I don't care about the money as long as there's a roof over my head and got some food because I want to take care of my kids and serve my husband. Our women don't talk like that. This white woman come to work every day, and she's only part-time, 2 days a week. She come there every day with a scowl on her face because she's there because she'd rather be at home. But she's there because her husband asked her to come. And I don't believe she's going to be there long because she said the moment, whatever the financial situation is with her husband, the moment she gets over that, they get over that hump, she's taking her butt back home. Our women ain't doing that.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
What's up? I dodged the trap. Part of the Messy Bashan gang. Preach, brother. The men of means and character are out here, but our women are repulsed by them. Yes, they know the difference between a good man and a bum. Yeah, I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that. Here we go. I got this for you. I absolutely got that for you. All right, shout out to my homeboy again, Eric Jordan, for another $2. Brother, I thought that was your last $2 the last time. Same scenario, but want different results. It's insane. Absolutely.
These last $2.
You know, I haven't even gotten to the stream yet. I'm starting off with this because I'm exhausted. And I think you guys should be exhausted too, because we're just refusing. We're refusing to do the thing. It's not that goddamn hard. Believe it or not, it's not that damn hard. But we've made it so hard, and we continue to make excuses, and we continue to poison other people's minds about what is the right thing to do. You know? My goodness. Which brings me to the topic today. See, I went on a rant and I thought I'd be done by now. 33 minutes in and I thought I'd be done by now. here's the here's the topic today. We are obsessed with 50-50. The 50-50 debate. The 50-50 debate is one of the most disingenuous arguments that anybody can make. I have no idea why everyone is sitting around, well, I shouldn't say everyone, why there's such conversations that take place about 50-50. I don't even think people understand what they're talking about when they're talking about 50-50. You got women out here talking about, I ain't gonna go 50-50. And we got women out here that talking about, we gonna go 50-50. We got women talking about, if you gotta go 50-50, then what kind of man are you? Like, really? Really? I don't know where, I don't know what. It's like one day we went to bed and we woke up and everybody just thought that Black women throughout the entirety of the history of the country has been stay-at-home moms, and they've all had husbands that have been the breadwinner, and the women got to stay at home, be the homemaker, and the man covered all the bills, gave her allowances, and made her have a luxury lifestyle. I don't know what part of the last 10 to 15 years we woke up and that was the reality. The reality is we have never, as a group, been in a situation where our women did not have to work, where our women's income was not a major contributor to the household, and not necessarily contributor, but necessary. Necessary. We sit around here and have these bullshit conversations like 50-50 is this, or something wrong with 50-50, which makes me want to vomit to even say it. You know, that's right, Missy Michonne. And Black women don't know nothing about staying at home because all they want to sit around and talk about is them being in business, boss babes, and I'm doing this and doing that. And these conversations that, and the thing that makes me sick the most, when these women get to just running their mouths about, Black men leveling up, all I hear is
talking.
And we sit up here as men and we engage in these conversations. And when we engage in those conversations, we give them validity. We give them validity like there's like it's a real thing that Black women are out here outpacing and out earning and out producing their Black men. The numbers are in blackdemographics.com. And I can't stand it when a lot of people come up on these streams and just throw out numbers, but never talk about where they come from. Well, today I'm going to talk about where mine come from. Blackdemographics.com, Black demographics for Black people by Black people, just released their updated 2023 data information. And we're going to look at the numbers after we talk about this 50-50. I want to go and I want to look at something that was done over on Singles by Choice, okay? Singles by Choices, they have these panels and discussions, and they were talking about 50-50. So we're going to take a look at what they were saying over there. We're going to get into this whole 50-50 thing, and then we're going to get into the goddamn numbers, all right?
A lot of men feel like women have a problem going 50-50 on the bills. They say it make me a roommate. That's not the case. I don't think a lot of men feel like women have a problem going 50-50 on the bills. They say it make me a roommate. That's not the case. I don't think modern women have a problem going 50-50.
What is he saying? Hold on.
A lot of men feel like women have a problem going 50-50 on the bills. They say it make me a roommate. That's not the case. I don't think modern women have a problem going 50-50 on the bill. They have a problem with going 50-50 on the bills, but they don't get 50% of the.
I don't know who this Negro is. I have no idea who this fucking Negro is. But he just implied that the whole 50-50 conversation is because there's something wrong or identifying something wrong with the brothers. The brothers are the ones that got the 50-50. What's his name, Missy Michon? Ace Metaphor. No, yeah, I've heard the name. Now that's who this motherfucker is. I just saw the clip. I just saw the fucking clip. So that's Ace Metaphor. Somebody said he's like Derek Jackson. Yeah, he smelled like Derek. I mean, that's the vibe I'm smelling off of this bullshit right here. Black women ain't got no problem going 50-50. Let me explain something to you. Black women should be overly joyed to go 50-50, but our women are so fucking, their minds are so fucked up that they think somehow 50-50 is beneath them. And I hate the term 50-50. And we're going to get into that in a little bit, but I'm just using it for the sake of the discussion. 50-50. Our women should be grateful to be going 50-50. Let me round this back good. This nigga, I can't stand a fast talking motherfucker. I'll tell you to slow down in a minute. I can't stand when motherfucker will start trying to fast talk. That's when you know a motherfucker trying to pull one over on you.
A lot of men feel like women have a problem going 50-50 on the bills. They say it make me a roommate. That's not the case. I don't think modern women have a problem going 50-50 on the bill. They have a problem with going 50-50 on the bills, but they don't get 50% of the same. 50% of now you cooking for her, you cleaning for her, you taking the kids 50% of the time. The problem is when you agree to get into this 50-50 relationship when it comes to financially, that's all you consider. That's what a lot of modern women have a problem with. You go ghost when it's time for me to get 50-50 in other things. You acting like you too much of a man to pick up a mop, to load the dishwasher, to help with the homework. But yet you ain't too much of a man.
What fucking dude? My grandfather he's 84 years old. What are you talking about? He was the goddamn breadwinner. His wife, well, my grandmother had to stop working after 15 years. So for the entirety of their adult life, my grandfather was the breadwinner. This man went to work and came home and helped with his children, which was my father and my uncles. He came home, did housework, came home, did laundry, came home, cut grass, came home, put fucking motors in cars. I don't know one motherfucking dude. I don't know one dude that is with a woman in the home working who ain't doing work at home. And by the way, the CDC, somebody just wrote it, the CDC resoundingly said Black fathers are the most involved fathers in the country, period, out of any other damn race. And this motherfucker, what's his name again? Ace something. This is why our women talk the way they talk, do the things they do, because El Negros like this tickle their ear to make them feel like they're superheroes. Our women ain't no goddamn superhero. You're just a fucking woman. And you act like I'm saying that like that's a bad thing. Yup. This is absolutely crazy.
And to accept the half of a rent payment that I give you to our mortgage. That's the problem that a lot of modern women are facing today.
Though the problem with a lot of modern women is the fact that they are allergic to the one pot system with your husband. And let me tell you something, you ragged ass hoes keep bringing men into your homes. And the reason, let me let you in on a little secret, women, Black women. If a man moves into your house, your apartment, your townhome, or where the fuck you live, if a man if he moves in, that's because he has to. That's because he ain't got no place else to go. So you ladies are bringing in and fucking and having kids with homeless motherfuckers. And then you want to talk about a 50-50. Want to talk about a fucking 50-50. I'm sick and tired of our women making decisions, poor decisions, not liking the outcome, and then bitching about it. And then you want to put those bad decisions and you want to spread them out amongst the black male populace. Get the fuck out of here.
He's gonna say, well, I mow the grass and I clean the gutters, things that happen once a week. But I tell you, the diapers need changing every day. A lot of me.
That's her fucking job. She the mama. Now, let me tell you something. I didn't change a whole lot of goddamn diapers. I surely have. A whole lot of them some bitches have I changed. He's talking shit. He's talking shit because this is what a lot of women feel good about. 50-50.
And feel like
I got beans and
for some reason, we have come up with the idea or the notion that contributing to the relationship, that everything is a one-to-one. Well, I did the dishes today, you do the dishes tomorrow. I changed the diaper at 1 o'clock, you change it at 4 o'clock. What the fuck are we talking about here? This is not a one-to-one thing. This is what the whole problem is, with one of the problems with the 50-50 shit, or the 50-50 argument. And the fact of the matter is 50-50 ain't even been defined. What do we mean when we say 50-50? Now, I'm listening to him and I'm hearing financial, all about money. So a man, a black man, he got to do his job, pay his half, then come home and do her job and her half. Is that what 50-50 looks like? Is that what you mean by 50-50?
Where we at here now? Ace Metaphors, fair use. Shout out to Ace Metaphors. All right.
Right.
I think 50-50 is bull jive. 50-50 don't.
Boom. Say that shit again. I'm going to rewind that just a little bit.
I think 50-50 is bull jive. 50-50 don't work. That's what I think. It don't work. There's the whole the very fact that we up here talking about 50-50. It don't work. It'll never work. You show me a relationship where they going 50-50. Show me how it works, and I guarantee you it's a lot of bread involved. Today, just regular folks trying to go 50-50 and trying to remain together separately. That's what 50-50 is. We need to reword it as 100-100. Right. Give everything you got. Be vulnerable. Give it all. If your 100% is 50%, 40-30% of the bills, then there it is. But it's still all you got. Right. And now we're starting to build.
This is how you get rid of this fucking 50-50 mindset. Is when you hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna bring it up because it was an excellent segue into it. Hold on a second. All right, let's do this.
Money making is my thing because I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the.
All right, shout out to Messy Michonne. Thank you, sweetie, for the $20 super sticker. Always appreciate it and I love it when you come through. Glad I'm here for the pop-up, and I think you're going live in about an hour and a half. I think you're going live. So I scheduled this before so I could sit. I'm off today, so I'm gonna sit home and actually catch an entire Messy Michonne live today. That's my plan. All right, shout out to Almanize 78. Go ahead and subscribe to her channel. This is what happens when your emotions and people who have not shown any success in what they are talking about. Black folks just want to feel good and not be edified. You know, a lot of people don't know, don't. That's a big vocabulary word that people don't understand. Time to stop this mess. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let me see who's next. Hink with the $5 super stupid. And Almanize, thank you for the double nickel. I appreciate it. Hink the basement, $5. One part in gender roles for me. I'm too old school. Hink, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The one pot rule is what is best if you're talking about getting married. The one pot rule. When you get married, and I'm speaking from somebody with experience who's been down that road, whose marriage did not go that way, which I'm going to get into on Monday evening when we're talking about the disobedient wife. And shout out to Take Heed to the Message. She's going to be with me on Monday evening talking about the disobedient wife. And then we also have several ministers because we're going to get a little biblical on your ass with that shit on Monday as well. When you get married, and this is one of the things that I did not enforce when I was married, is the one pot rule. That money that you go out and earn don't belong to you no more. When you get married, you are literally, from a spiritual standpoint, if that's where you reside, and if you believe in some kind of spiritual whatever, and was like 94% of Black people are Christians or claim to be Christians and have Christian ceremonies, you're one. The income that you go out to earn does not belong to you. It does not. It does not belong to you. I don't care if you're the man or the woman. The income that you go out and earn does not belong to you. It belongs to the institution of the marriage. It does not belong to you. So when you got a one-pot system, and the two adults in that relationship, they are the ones that are supposed to be the stewards of that money. That means you guys come together and you figure out a plan on how to manage the home's resources. So when you're talking about paying a fucking rent or paying a mortgage, there is no he paid 60%, she paid 40%. It's the fucking rent gets paid out of the marital business assets. The mortgage gets paid. There's one check cut. Period. Any woman bring your funky ass up in here and talk about you want to be my wife, I don't give a fuck what you make. You bringing that money, you surrender it to the marriage, and there's one check gets cut for every fucking bill. We will determine, as the unit, how to best manage those resources. But you believe me, your fucking money don't belong to you. And yes, your ass will get an allowance. I am single and I have an allowance. I manage my resources and I give myself an allowance. And guess what? There's nobody that I gotta report to. And if I go over my allowance, which I do from time to time, getting super chat crazy, once I'm out of my fucking allowance, I'm out of money until the next time it's time for another allowance. My grandfather, 84 years old, got a goddamn allowance. My grandmother managed the money. I'm gonna tell that story one day about how my grandmother managed the family resources, and my grandfather got a fucking allowance, even though he the one that went out there 50 hours a week earning the money. Got a fucking allowance. One pot rule. Ain't no fucking 50-50. You supposed to intertwine yourself so much that I'm talking about when you get married to somebody, you want to marry somebody, your mindset should be, I need to intertwine myself with this person so tightly that it makes it not worth it to try to untwine.
Trust and understand. But all right, I understand that's all you got.
Right.
But now you build a relationship. But today's modern folks ain't looking to build.
Messy Michonne, let me tell you something. Messy, let me tell you something. That slavery talk, let me tell you something. The last 60 years, we've proven why we needed to be enslaved. We've proven why we had to be managed that way. We've proven that shit. SYCBM, gentlemen. SYCBM.
I think Gavin said everybody looking to meet their mate at the finish line. So that I think the whole 50-50 concept is BS.
Right. And I think it's just a misinterpretation. I want to get Pick Meek in here. I think most people think that most women think are telling other women that if you helping at all, you want 50-50. They're not. I don't think it's a literal thing. I think we get carried away with it's like, all right, if the bill is 150, I pay 50, you pay 50. If this is 300, you pay 150. I don't think it's that granular. I just think people figure if your lady helping, y'all going 50-50. That's just where we at. What you think, Pick Me?
It bothers me because, first of all, we're just doing so many things out of order. It's 50-50. I don't agree with 50-50. I do believe it should be 100-100. I feel as though if you can't get to the point where you're ready to 100%.
This whole conversation about 50-50 is ridiculous and silly. We prove daily how fucking goofy we are.
And combine your life. Maybe we just shouldn't be trying to live together, Yeah. But this generation real big on shacking up, so I guess you shacker uppers can do that 50-50 crap.
Right.
I don't know, y'all.
She said that.
Yeah, I think 50-50 will always rub certain women a certain way. But other women, like you said, Gavin, if it is just this, I'm kind of doing what I do, you do what you do, I help and I help, you help and you help, then I think that's ultimately what it is. But you do have some people who are literally like, if she coming up in this house, she gonna pay half of these bills. And it's like, all right. So yeah, I think people just got to do what works for them.
Let me explain something to you right now. If I wanted to move a woman into my house, married or not married, if I want to move a woman into my house, she does not have to pay the household bills. This is my house. I pay the fucking bills in my house. So any guy that wants to move a woman into his home, why in the hell would you turn over that kind of? Let me tell you something. If you move with somebody in your house and you're not married to them, and you allow them to start paying bills in the house, guess what? If they think like me, I always tell people this: when you use my money, I'm the boss. Period. Full stop. I don't care who house it is. Don't fucking ask me for my money because I think I'm the boss. That makes me the boss. So these guys talking about, when if she can move in with me and she can go half on these bills in here. No, nigga, that's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. It's your house, your responsibility. That's why old school, a man's supposed to put the woman in the house. You're supposed to come to her house. And fuck you women talking about, we can sell mine and you can sell yours. We can get one together. Fuck you. You're coming over here. Fuck you. Fuck your house. Don't want to hear it. You go where I place you. You go where I'm comfortable with taking care of. You go where I'm comfortable protecting it. Nah, G, you come in here. if we decide down the line we want something because we outgrew it or we want to be in a better neighborhood, well, that's a discussion down the line. But if we getting together, we about to get married and shit, eyes married bullshit, you bringing your monkey ass up in here. And if you own a home, that motherfucker gotta go. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to do no fucking what you call it, Uber home. What you call that shit? Where you rent out the fucking went out the fucking homes, not the landlord shit, but that B&B shit. I ain't doing none of that shit. I ain't fucking around with that shit. We gonna sell your shit. Now the profits and proceeds from the leftover from your home, that shit is yours. That's your shit. I don't want it. That's your shit. But you bringing your monkey ass over here and that shit gotta go. I'm just saying. You don't like it, don't come with me. Them be the rules. Them be the rules.
Are men really saying that though? I don't think men are saying that.
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen women saying.
Men on your panel say it on women's cell phones.
Hey, oh my God.
All right, that's a whole nother story though. But listen, I mean, in real life, when men or women are mating and dating, a man trying to bring a woman in, is he like, you pay half of these bills or you, or like you said, what is she coming with? Is she bringing baggage herself?
I think that we're getting to a point where men and women are just crazy as hell right now. I'm just gonna say it. You got men like, you gonna come in here, you gonna suck some eggplant, you gonna cook every day, better be ready. And then you got women who are like, just completely like, people just need to get back to the true essence of love.
Right.
Just love and vibe and stop being so scared she gonna take all your little money. Right. And the women stop being such freaking gold diggers. And you,
first of all, Crystal, she's right. We do a lot of things out of fear. The most risky thing you can do is get involved with another human being. Human beings are risky, which I find it funny how women always talk about what they fear, but they don't fear getting knocked up by a duster bunny. They'll do that shit. They'll do that shit all day long, 7 days a week, and twice on Sunday. If he's a low fucking life, we will shit out his baby. We ain't got no fear of being a single mama out here because Big Daddy government got our back. But you got fucking fear of getting married. Huh? Ain't that some shit?
Users, and you've been so hurt and abused by men that you just looking to get him before he get you. Like, people just need to get back to the true core of a healthy mind, a healthy body, and just love. And I think we do a lot better.
Right.
Well, according to the Bible, Crystal, and we're gonna do this whole Bible shit on Monday when we talk about the disobedient wife. There in the Christian Bible, there's no Jesus nor God placed any obligation on you as a woman to love your husband. Your only obligation was to honor and respect your husband, or honor and obey. That was your obligation to your husband. It was not for you to love. The obligation was for your husband to love you. The reason why your husband was chartered with the obligation of loving you, well, the quote is basically, and I'm going to paraphrase it, love thy wife as Christ loved the church. The reason why he said, man, you got to love your wife like Jesus loved the church is because Jesus died for the damn church. The church is the people. So the reason why you as a man have to love your wife like Christ loved the church is because there might be an obligation for you to give up your life for your wife. And how do you ask a man to give up his life for something he does not love? This is why this whole 50-50 bullshit argument gets on my goddamn nerves. And any woman talking about what a man's supposed to do, none of you motherfuckers have the obligation nor the responsibility. No woman out here your job is not to come out and die for your husband. That is not your fucking job. That is his to do for you. That's why God said, love your wives as Christ loved the church, because Christ had to die for the church, for the people. You motherfuckers kill me with this shit.
And you have to think, the women out there have to think. Men make an average amount of money. They don't all make 6 figures. They don't all make over 6 figures. They don't all make all of this kind of money. So therefore, you're going to have to.
Shout out to Theo. Theo Coop entered the building.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Yep, Theo Coop entered the building, y'all.
Love. And I think we do a lot better.
Right. And you have to think, the women out there have to think. Men make an average amount of money. They don't all make 6 figures. They don't all make over 6 figures. They don't all make all of this kind of money. So therefore, you're going to have to go in and you guys are going to have to compromise with what you do in a relationship, what you do with the bills, what you do with anything that comes along with a relationship. But you have to understand, it's not a matter of him just paying half. You just put my half on the table. Half of the rent is $3,000. You got to pay $3,000. You come with your 15, I come with my 15. It doesn't work like that. If you're going to combine your life with another human being, it cannot be a set amount of money I got to come to the table with. We have to figure out what works.
Mashawn, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, Mashawn. No wonder why they call you messy.
I'm a black woman.
Sounds like she smoked. God damn. Mashawn, you ain't right.
Best. What if I work at McDonald's and he's an engineer and he makes all the most of the money? Is it fair for me to walk in and pay 50-50 when I don't make all of that kind of money? Or better still, if I'm an engineer and he works at McDonald's, is it fair for him to pay half of the rent?
Ma'am, let's keep it a buck. At your old age, you ain't for to deal with no man working at McDonald's. I mean, you should. I don't know your situation. So let me not go there.
When he doesn't make that kind of money, there's tension in that relationship when you expect someone to pay beyond that 50-50 and you know they don't make that kind of money. If I know my husband doesn't make as much money as me, we wouldn't even be having a discussion about who's going to pay what, when, and where. It's just whoever has the most gives the most normally.
And see, here we go again. She's talking about her money and her finances from a perspective of it's hers. I go out and I punch that clock and this is mine. No, the fuck it's not. If you make 55 and he make 38, I don't know what the math is because I wasn't a math person. Can I do calculator? See, how you spell calculator? I can't do no. I got all this damn education. I can't. So 38 plus 55. Well, no, that's not 433. 38 plus 55. That's $93,000 a year. That's in your home. So if he make 30, yes, Rose, I got it. if he's making 38, you making 55, which is more than him, which is fine. By the way, that was what the situation was when I was early in my marriage. I was making 38, she was making 55. We made $93,000 a year, but we lived separate lives inside of that house. Which was crazy, which is why we never got ahead, which is why we were always behind, which is why we were always behind the 8 ball, because everything that we had was separate. I'm gonna get into that on Monday when we're talking about the disobedient wife with me and Take Heed in the pastor brigade. When you are in the house together with when you married with somebody and y'all pulling the wagons are going to separate different directions. You guys got your own goddamn wagon going a different way. You never get anywhere. I said more times than not, you actually go backwards. You actually go backwards. When you in a house with your woman and you a man and a woman, y'all married, and y'all don't have a one-pot system, you're going to eventually fall backwards. You can't do nothing when you got two heads of the houses, when you got the two people who's supposed to manage the house going in separate directions.
That's how it works. If you make more money, then you give more money. And it shouldn't be, well, I make more money than you, and you a lazy, this, that, and the third. See, that's how relationships don't work. You worry about the small thing when it makes no difference who has what money. We have a pool. That bill has to be paid regardless of whether I make $1 million or you make $10. It's got to be paid.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
All right. Once again, Harmonize is back at it with another $2. Thank you. We all have allowances, no matter what we call it, but you know what I'm talking about. Hink, shout out to Dave Ramsey. Right. He talks about that all the time, the one pot system. They got one checking account, one savings account over there. Go watch Dave Ramsey. He's absolutely right. Shout out to my boy Beans Little Podcast in the building, Pop Mobbing it up. And of course, the Do Better Podcast. Theo, I'm saying we, the Do Better Podcast, we are on a march to 100K. That's what we doing with the Do Better Podcast right there. Thank you for the double nickel. Here we go. And here we got to go. JT in the building from Black Man Unfiltered and What We Know podcast. Heathen Queen is cool, but she's most definitely she's definitely lukewarm, and I don't trust that shit. I know that's right. So thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate that. Always looking out and always doing good, supporting your brother.
Money.
Yeah, thank you for making it rain. All right, let's get to it because we got to get to these numbers.
Right.
I can resent you because you make $1 million, right? And you can't resent me because I make $10. If you want a relationship.
I also just really quickly wanted to add this too. I think we do get caught up in having these discussions about money so much.
Right.
And Tracy Ann made a good point, one comment she made, that we forget that there are other aspects of a relationship. And I think we just get so caught up in the money, and it's partially woman's fault too, that we forget that even when your woman is at home, Brienne, for example, beautiful woman, you could tell that she's an amazing wife, loves her child, all of this stuff. I guarantee you she keeping that household together. Right. It is not for us to say she ain't doing nothing. I think men also need to realize how much a woman is actually doing. She's not screwing a neighbor and drinking wine.
How in the fuck do you don't think we don't? Why do you? I don't understand this obsessive need for our women to want credit for everything. You want fucking credit for waking up in the morning? You want credit for that shit? You want credit for doing your part? You want to be praised around the clock for every goddamn thing you did. You want to be praised for turning on the TV? You want to be praised because you fixed your own goddamn bologna sandwich? Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, how goddamn insecure are y'all that y'all need to be reaffirmed every fucking 5 minutes for every goddamn thing on the planet? My God.
All day and running up your credit cards if she's the proper wife. Right. It's not happening.
Right.
He says, sorry, but fat women still demand 666 man, even though they lack discipline to qualify for one. If we can't get fit women, 666 is off the table. All right.
See, this is where I say you don't get what you deserve. People get what they get. I may not deserve a 6-figure man, but I may get him. You may not deserve a fit and friendly woman, but you may get her. So it's not a matter of whether I deserve anything or not. It's a matter of whatever comes along and what's convenient for you and what you're attracted to. It has nothing to do. I can be as fit and feminine and friendly as I want to, and I still may not get the man that you all say is.
People act like they don't have a fucking choice about what person they bring in their life. People act like they don't have a choice. You have a choice in who you accept and stays in your life. I might not get the man. I might just get, you don't have to I just don't understand our fucking logic, how we think, the shit that we let come out of our mouths. I'm not saying stand on business until you're 5 minutes from the grave. But good God, if the guy doesn't have appropriate level character, if he's not productive, if he doesn't have strong characteristics that you can follow, those things that's what the dating and courtship phase is for. The dating and courtship phase isn't for you to get fucking pregnant. That's not what that's for. But you motherfuckers want to go out here and use the dating and courtship phase for pregnancy. For fucking pregnancy. I was dating, so I had 3 of his kids. What? And then all of a sudden you on fucking Kendra G talking about, well, you got a 5-month-old baby and you talking about, well, he just wasn't good enough. But you had 3 of his motherfucking kids. I was dating him, and then a year later but in the meantime, I had twins by him. What the fuck what are you doing? The date, and we're in 2023, 2024. Don't no woman have to get pregnant if she doesn't want to be pregnant. If a woman gets pregnant, that's because she chose to get pregnant. If she wants to get pregnant by a lowlife, that's because she wanted to be pregnant by that lowlife. No matter what she gets up on Kendra G and says. $50-50.
Is the 666, right? So it's not a matter of whether I deserve it or not. It's a matter of what comes my way and what is attracted in my what I attract to my being. Okay, people say, well, I lose weight and I'm 6-figure man, I'm 666. Just because you do that doesn't mean you deserve a good woman. you don't deserve.
They keep throwing this word deserve around. Don't nobody deserve shit. But that doesn't mean that you can't put yourself in a position to try to get what you can get. And just because somebody shows up in your life, just because you decide to do something with somebody, just because you decide to take some time to get to know this person or not, you can do that. But the moment you find out that they're not where it's going to be at, whether you're man or woman, you got to get them up out of there. And I understand feelings sometimes. Do you think it's easy for guys when we got to cut a woman off? You think that that's easy to do, even if, especially if we like this woman, we in love with this woman? It's easier to be in pain today than to spend 20 years being drugged.
Deserve anything. You get what you get. Nobody deserves anything on this planet. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having people cheating on other people. We wouldn't have people dying. Deleting themselves after they get married or being in a marriage and getting beat and all this other stuff.
And if you notice when women talk, boy, they have some of them, our women have some of the most horrific stories and examples. Everything is she getting beat on, she getting cheated on, he fucking her sister and her mama, he taking her money, he neglecting. When black women, the way y'all talk about us, hey, y'all can go to hell.
People don't get what they deserve. People get what comes to them into their world. So when
what they accept, and what they accept,
and what they accept. I don't believe in this. I deserve because I'm a 666 man. I deserve. You don't deserve anything. You don't. And she said she's a fit and feminine female. You don't deserve anything.
That's not how people talk.
You
Now,
just
now,
don't
now, let me say this. Now, a man, just a little pushback. Now, I halfway agree with you, but men have to go out into the world and they have to establish some value and worth. Can we accept that? Going to making six figures and becoming a leader? Can we agree to that?
True.
He has to go out there and earn that
Right.
money, that status, that leadership role. So can we not say since he earned it, there's no deserving in the earning of it?
There is, I think there is a deserving portion, but I think that ultimately, like she was saying, if you deserve it, it would be there. And ultimately your life would show that, hey, I got this and I deserve this. And it's
it mostly if we.
So Crystal is up there now. Now we fucking back to manifestation. Now she's talking about manifestation, which is basically daydreaming bullshit.
Talking 666, it is there. So ain't too many men walking around 666 and complaining about women. Those are not the men complaining.
Yeah. True. And that could be very true. That could be very true. But also, too, you have men who are very rich, like that light-skinned dude who was cheating on his wife with Ashanti. What's his name? He was on some weeks ago. Yes. Gotti. See what happens when you get the money,
We always hear about the men who cheat. The reason why we don't hear about the women who cheat, because men don't come out here talking about how they've been cheated on. Men and women cheat at the same rate. You could actually make the argument that women cheat more because there are more of you. There are more women than there are men. We're always so quick to talk about what the fuck we associate cheating with men, when women, if you actually look at it from a numbers perspective, you guys are out there doing the most. And guess who the fuck these men are cheating with? They're cheating with women. Get the fuck out of here.
six-pack and get the color or whatever it is that women look for, 6 figures, 6 feet, and 6-pack.
Yeah.
What happens if you still don't fix your brain and your way of communicating with women? You're going to run into the gold diggers and you're going to run into the women who use you for everything you got. Right. Just like last week when Miss Heathen Queen was saying, what do we need to work on? What do we need to work on? And clearly we all have some problem. We all say it on Kendra's show. Now, how you sit your dusty self up here and say, a man will love me because it is not cooking, not clean. And then you don't even know what your flaws are. Right. That is
real quick, I want to get Pick We'll get you in here. My thing with this is, do we truly think that there is an equal amount of 666 men equal to beautiful women? And 2024, a beautiful woman is almost a dime a dozen compared to a man who's in the top 3% when you talk about 666.
It's more beautiful women, period.
So that's what I'm saying. So what do you mean? He's going to demand and qualify for these things. What you got, Meek?
I wanted to comment specifically on it's fat women asking for 666 men. I would like to say that, and it might offend some women, but women, we gain our currency based off of attention. So if men ignored fat women that they claim that they don't like so much and left them virgins, women would have a reason to get their acts together. You know how we ignore incels and we don't give them any loving and they complain. Yeah. You could always say no, that you have too much weight. You could put a weight requirement on access to you.
Thank you.
Oh, they for to hang her ass. They for to fucking hang her for saying that, boy. Because you can't believe she out here talking about woman. She talking about dudes. If you run across a fat woman, don't be giving her none of that. Don't be giving her none of that. That's what she's saying. This brother, she's saying we might be at fault because we knocked down the Pillsbury Doe woman. That's what they saying. I don't know. Does she got a point? I just want to know. Does she got a point? Yeah. I don't know.
Ignore them. Women hate being ignored. And if men just went out today and was like, we're ignoring any woman that's, let's say, 50 pounds overweight, because I'm 30 pounds overweight on purpose. So, because I like to jiggle when I wiggle. So if men make the decision to ignore those women and decide that I'm only going to date this type, because y'all swear to God, y'all about to go get passports and fly away. Just ignore the chubby women.
Right.
I promise you. If no man ever touched them,
Right.
ever, they will go to the gym.
Right.
Because when I got big, I ain't like my options. I was like, oh no, fat women get mistreated.
Right.
Absolutely not. And I got my tail together. So ignore them.
Right. I told you, you got simps in your camp. You got to work on your simps. You can't be out here demanding we lose all of our weight and you still got simps dealing with the women.
Us real men, we demanding. We demanding.
All right, yeah, I just had to take a look at that. This whole 50-50 conversation is absolutely maddening. And the fact that we're still out here having it, and the fact that y'all actually think that's a thing. It's not a thing, and we sit up here every day, have these conversations, have these talking points, and then in real life, we're out here failing miserably because we're subscribing to shit that don't fit us. We have never been, Black folk have never been a 50-50 anything. But why are we practicing bullshit that ain't never happened to us ever? It's beyond me that we're doing this crap. So let me explain, based on the numbers, why you need your fucking black man. Let me see. Somebody just wrote something that went by really quickly. Yeah, it's gone. All right. Here it is. Easy Money Jones. I agree. There's no such thing as 50-50 relationships are never equal in that way. They're never equal. There's not a 1-to-1 ratio in a relationship. All you can do is expect fair exchange, equitable distribution, not equality, not a 1-to-1. There are things that a woman's going to do for a man that a man will never do for her, and vice versa. There's nothing wrong with that as long as everyone's putting in the part that they need to put in. And then also when you come down to the money, most men will always spend more money on their woman than the woman spend on the man. That's just the way it is. Y'all get man, come on now. Y'all don't understand. Like, how many of y'all are actually out there spending, I'm talking about women, are spending real bread on a dude? You're not. You're not spending real bread on the dude. And so I'm going to go over real quick before we get up out of here. I'm going to go over why the 50-50 argument is just stupid. Especially with our women who think that you're doing so well. Blackdemographics.com. Oh, let me see. Before I get to that, let me go ahead.
Money making is my thing because I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
All right, shout out to the Painful Excellence Podcast. What's up, Drew? I'm trying to do my best over here, bro, especially with this pop-up that I got going on. And thank you for those $2, bro.
These last $2.
Yeah, can't forget about showing the gratitude for those who come out and speak, who come out and support. But blackdemographics.com, which is an organization that codifies and pools a lot of our demographical information from marital to financial to housing to employment under one umbrella. And so we can get a snapshot as to what's going on. They recently took their website down so they can update with their 2023 projections. So I actually ended up sending them an email because some of the stuff that they put back up on the site was stuff that was still old. And that's when they told me if the information that was still there was still from 2020 or 2018, they said that that's because the information hadn't changed, or the change was so small that it wasn't worth changing, updating. So, but this is the 2023 updates on what's going on with Black people in a couple of different areas. And I tell people all the time, you sit up here and you people throw out numbers, throw out this and throw out that, and will never say where they got it from. Okay? So here we are, African American employment, Black unemployment rate from August 2023. That's what we're doing right now, okay? And learning to live life with a broke man. Although African Americans have an unemployment rate that is double most of the rest of the population, the Black workforce is diverse. All right, so we're gonna go through some of the stuff. Now, I know that some of the stuff I'm gonna throw up on the screen you can't see because of the screen ratios and stuff like that. So I'm gonna read a lot of this stuff out to you, but you can go to blackdemographics.com and see this shit for yourself. You ain't got to just rely on me, but you can see for yourself for blackdemographics.com. All right, so life with a broke man. What does that look like, ladies? You 50-50 motherfuckers. What does that look like? First of all, first and foremost, let's look at, because you know, Black women always talking about business and standing on business and how many businesses that they got. So what we're going to do right here, let me see if I can make that a little bigger. Here on the chalkboard, we got here job creation by race. White business owners create 56 million jobs. They employ 39% of all working white adults. Their annual revenue is $11.6 trillion. White folks' businesses generate enough money to give every white working age person $80,000 a year. White folk out here standing on business. Black folk, we're way at the bottom. You can't even see it on the screen because it's so at the bottom. We create 1.2 million jobs. We employ about 5% of Black folk. We have an annual revenue of $128 billion, which is a lot of fucking money. But that only equates to being able to give every working age black person $4,842 a year. That's how much money Black businesses are generating. You're only able to give every Black person $4,800 a year. White folks, they're able to give $80,000, $81,000 a year. Asians are able to give $65,000 a year. Hispanics are able to give $11,000, $12,000 a year. So when our Black women are talking about they got businesses, got all these businesses, we ain't producing much in the grand scheme of things. We aren't producing a damn thing. Worth noting, if you're only able to give $4,800, $4,900 a year to your Black folk. That's some bullshit. All right, so let's look at African American employment, and they're looking at the age group of Blacks between the ages of 25 and 64. So this encompasses basically your just out of college through basic retirement. Now here, ladies, you got some great news with this stat right here. Black men, only 66% of Black men are employed. 70% of Black women are employed. 25% of Black women are not in the labor force, but they don't count as unemployed. Unemployed for Black women is 5%, and unemployment means that they are without a job, but they're looking. So 5% of Black women are considered unemployed. You have 70% of Black women in the workforce, and you got 25% that are not in the workforce. Black men, there are 66% of you in the workforce, 27% not in the workforce, and 6% unemployed, meaning you don't have a job, but you're looking. So Black women are in the workforce at a higher rate than Black men. And then I'm not gonna the rest of Every other population is 79% men are in the workforce, and it's 69%. Black women are in the workforce at almost the same rate as non-black men. So black women, you're the fucking labor force. You're the slave industry right now. I'm just letting you know that right now. And this is from blackdemographics.com. Okay. I want you guys to hold on to these numbers right here. 66% of black men are in the workforce, and 70% of black women are in the workforce. So one would draw the conclusion that from this number, that black women are out earning black men. All right. So let's go on to the next updated demographic information. Where are the black men in the United States? Where do they work? Let me see. Okay. So, sisters, if you are looking for a black man with a job, the top 5 cities, I'm going to start with number 5, that you can find a black man with a job, and this is cities with populations over 50,000 people. The top 5 cities are, coming in at number 5, Minneapolis, St. Paul. So if you're a sister, you can't find a man, move to Minneapolis. It's cold in the winter. I'm from Wisconsin. Minneapolis next door. We cold. Wisconsin folk don't go to Minneapolis in the wintertime. So Wisconsin folk, where it's cold in the winter, super cold, nuts cold, kill your daddy cold. If we don't go to Minneapolis, that should tell you how fucking cold it is up there in the wintertime. So number 5 is Minneapolis. If you're a sister looking, you need a man, go to Minneapolis. If you can't handle the cold, number 4 on the list is Phoenix, Arizona. Take your ass to the desert. Take your ass to the desert. There are black men down there. They're number 4. They're black men. For every 100 black women, there are 121 black men in the workforce. So if you're looking for some money or somebody to go 50-50 with, crazy asses, then you can go to Phoenix. Number 3 on the list. If you a sister looking for a black man with employment, here the third place that you can go is Denver, Colorado. For every 100 black women working, there are 134 black men working. There are more black men working in Denver than there are black women. So, black women, you need a man, need a working black man, take your monkey ass to Denver. Number 2 is Seattle, Washington, where it rains and cloudy all the goddamn time. Move to Seattle. For every 100 black women, there are 139 working black men in Seattle. Go get you a black man in Seattle. You remember the movie Sleepless in Seattle? They made a movie about Sleepless in Seattle. There you go. And the number 1 city with the population over 50,000 for working black men is San Diego, California. Is that Southern California? That's Southern California. Go to San Diego. There, for every 100 black men, for every 100 black women, there are 167 black men working. Okay? Now, if you are in a city, if you're thinking about relocating to try to find you a man, here are the top 5 cities that you do not go to find a working black man. And unfortunately, 2 of the cities on that place I have either lived or currently am living now. Top 5. I'm going to start with number 5, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So no wonder why Jay Prince is struggling up in Milwaukee, because for every 100 black women, only 81 black men are working. Isn't Steph is cold? Ain't he in Milwaukee? I think he's in Milwaukee too. Steph is cold, I believe, is in Milwaukee. So Milwaukee, which is my hometown, number 5 on the list. Number 4 on the list is Birmingham, Alabama. Sisters, don't go to Birmingham if you're trying to find a working black man, because only 80 black men for every 100 black women are working. The next one is Little Rock, Arkansas. You know, HBO did a documentary on Little Rock. I ain't going to Little Rock. Them niggas great down now. 80 to every 100. So number 4, I'm sorry. So that was 5, 4, 3. Number 2 on the list. For every 100 black women, 78 black men, and that is Cleveland, Ohio. Stay your ass out of Cleveland, Ohio. And number 1 of the bottom for people for metropolitans with 50,000 or more people, St. Louis, Missouri. For every 100 black men, for every 100 black women, only 78 black men are working. St. Louis, Missouri. Do not come to St. Louis, ladies, if you're looking for a working black man, because apparently there are hardly any working black men in St. Louis, Missouri. So, I mean, I guess I am in the 78. I'm one of the 78. So, where are the black men jobs? Where are they located at? The most employed black men are in San Diego, Seattle, Denver, Phoenix, and Minneapolis. Okay. And then for smaller cities, you could Killeen, Temple, Texas, Providence, Rhode Island, San Jose, California, Clarksville. Get the fuck out of here. Clarksville, Tennessee, and Portland, Oregon are also for populations between 15 to 50,000. Those cities, those are the top 5 cities with the population between 15 to 50,000 people that black men are working in. Okay, and urban Honolulu, Hawaii is for populations between 5 to 15,000. 5 to 15,000 is the number 1 city in that bracket for black men. 294 for every 100 black women is in Honolulu. So, ladies, you got a selection of places to go to find you a black man. So I'm laying it out for you. Okay. All right. The numbers, African Americans and occupations. Let me pull that one up real quick so I can see it. Now, this one is interesting. So blacks, and they got it broken down by black men and black women. There are 500,000. I'm not going to go read the exact numbers, but in management, business, and financial occupations, which include management occupations, finance, operations, you have in management occupations, you have just under 600,000 black men in those positions. And with women, you have just under 700,000 who are in management level positions. Okay. In finance and operations, you have about a little over 250,000 black men. You got 500,000 black women. So in the corporate office environment, black women are dominating the corporate office environment. Okay. That's where most black women are. They're dominating that environment. Now, when it comes to also health, legal, and education for community service type jobs like state agencies, city government, you got just under 500,000 black women, and you got about 150,000 black men in those occupations. Okay. In teaching, library sciences, and education, you got a little over 600,000 black women in teaching. You got 210,000 or so black men teaching. In the healthcare profession, you have about 100,000 black men in the healthcare profession. And then for black women, you got just under 500,000. So we're going over the numbers here, where the jobs are at. So service jobs, food prep and service. We got just under 1 million black women working in food service. We have 100,000 or so, little over 100,000 for men. So groundskeeping, building and grounds cleaning and maintenance, you got 500,000 with men. You got 300,000 for the ladies. Okay. Sales, office jobs, sales and office related occupations. Women, just a little over 1 million of you are in there. Officers in administration, you are just about 2 million. 68% of you are in there. So that's where the occupations, that's where we're working. That's where we're working. So none of those are 6-figure jobs, by the way. Most of those are not 6-figure jobs, especially where you dominate. Food service, 500,000 of you ladies working in food service, you're making 6 figures? No, you're not. No, you're not. Office support, administrative support, there's 2 million of you working in there. Are you making 6 figures? No, you're not. No, you're not. So let's stop with this nonsense about this 50-50. You need your men. You need your men. So let's look at Black home income, okay? Let's look at the household income for Blacks. I don't know. No, that doesn't come up all the way. Just remember, go to blackdemographics.com to see these graphics. So Blacks percentage of households with earnings, 77% of Black households have jobs. 78% of all others have jobs, okay? The median, I'm going to look at the median family, the median couple, the married couple family income, Blacks. If you are married, your income, your combined income is on average $94,000 a year. It's actually $94,900. You might say $95,000 a year. White families, it's $109,000. When you adjust it for taxes, you guys are about the same. You're about the same. Single women-led household. Single women-led household. Female Black households. When they say single woman family-led household, that does not mean that there's not a guy in the house. That means you are unmarried. Your household, single women, single Black women, you produce on average $41,570. Single white women produce $48,000. So there's a $7,000 difference. 26% of Black households are on food stamps. Everybody else is 12. We double the amount of everyone else that's on food stamps. And getting cash benefits, Blacks and everybody else, we're equal at 4%. And you sit there saying that you don't need your man. You don't need your man. You want 50-50, 50-50. 50-50 ain't good enough. Really? Here's my favorite one coming up right here. I'm going to post this one on my community tab. Blacks weekly wage by education. Okay? Blacks weekly age by education. So this is the first, the blue section is Black people combined. The green section is Black men. The red section is Black women. So Black folks combined. If you don't have a high school diploma, we make about $560 a week. White folk make about $630 a week. If you got a high school diploma, if you have one, Blacks total make $710 a week. Whites make $810, $100 more. If you got some college with no degree, Blacks earn $750 a week. Whites earn $900 a week, $200 more. Bachelor degrees. To combine, Black men and Black women combined who got bachelor degrees earn $1,070 a week. White folk, $1,300 a week. Graduate degrees, that's master's degrees and up. Blacks are earning $1,350 a week. Whites are earning almost $1,700 a week. Now, Black women said that they out earn there have been plenty of on This Might Be Risky last night. One of the ladies on the panel said that because of how much education Black women got, that they're now out earning their Black men. Well, let's take a fucking look at that, okay? So this is the updated stats. Black men with less than a high school diploma earn $597 a week. Black women without a high school diploma earn $530 a week. You're damn near equal. Y'all need 50-50. You want to shit on a man because you got to go 50-50? Okay, let's get away from the people who didn't graduate high school. How about the high school graduates? Black men earn $750 a week. Black women who graduated high school earn $650 a week. Black men out earn you by $100. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. That's $1,200 a year. But you want to talk about that going 50-50, something you can't do. And you're earning less even with a high school diploma. Some college, Black women who went to college but did not graduate, your ass is earning $700 a week. Black men who went to college but with no degree is earning $815 a week. We're out earning you by $115. If you got an associate's degree, Black women, you earn $735 a week. Black men, you earn $900 a week. Are we starting to see a trend? On the same level, a Black woman with an associate's degree, $735, a Black man with an associate's degree, $900. We're starting to separate out a little bit, but 50-50, right? Y'all got a problem with fucking 50-50. You ladies should be preaching the one pot rule, because he's bringing, with an associate's degree, he's bringing in more money than you. Black women with a bachelor's degree, you're earning $995 a week. Your Black man with a bachelor's degree is earning $1,200 a week, $300 more. Ladies who with a bachelor's degree, let me tell you something. The Black man with an associate's degree is earning the same fucking money you're earning with a bachelor's degree. But y'all don't want a fucking one pot rule. Y'all want to try this 50-50 shit like that means something. Black women with a graduate degree, that's a master's degree or above, you are earning $1,250 a week. Black men with a graduate degree above, we're earning $1,570 a week. We are out earning you, ladies, in every category. Now, is it dramatic? No. But we are outperforming you in every financial metric, even from an educational standpoint. Remember what the first graphic I brought up was about the amount of women in the workforce. 70% of Black women are in the workforce. How are you 70% of the workforce, but you're earning less money than us? And you want to talk about 50-50. Now, the men should be insisting on 50-50 because we're bringing a little bit more into it. But like I said at the beginning, when you talk about marriage, I don't believe in 50-50. I believe in the one pot rule. And you ladies should be pushing for the one pot rule because most of you are not out earning your men at your level. It don't matter if you're a high school grad, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, or grad school degree. At no level are you out earning your Black men. Talking this bullshit. And you sit up and talking about we are out earning, we are out earning. You ain't out earning shit. We got more degrees and you still ain't out earning us with your more degrees. You're not doing it. Shut the fuck up. And I'm tired of y'all talking about, and the men that entertain the conversation, y'all is just as bad as these women. The fact that you just won't even stop the conversation. You won't even stop the conversation. When a woman sits there starts talking about what she getting with her degree, you just need to tell her to shut the fuck up because you're not out earning me. A man with a 2-year degree is earning the same money as a woman with a bachelor's degree. You just shut the fuck up, man, with this whole 50-50, whatever. Black income by age. Young black men between 16 and 24 make $648 a week. Black women between 16 to 24 make $657 a week. You out-earn black boys by $10. Between 25 and 50 years old, black men on average earn $1,014 a week. 25 to 50-year-old black women only earn $895 a week. 55 years or older, black men on average earn $1,200 a week. Black women earn $900. Even our older men are out earning our older women. Fuck out of here. And I'm not doing this to put our women down. It's to put in perspective that this whole 50-50 nonsense is some bullshit. Now let's just look at black women and black men exclusively. Let's look at black men and black women exclusively. The median income for full-time working black men is $50,000. This is the latest. So our money then went up from 40 something to, I think it was like 46 or something like that the last go round. And black women, you got a raise. Your median income is $44,000. You went up from 36 to 44. You made great gains, but you are still earning less than your black man. You don't have to sit here and listen to me. Go look this shit up from yourself. I done told you what it is. Last thing I'm going to point out is our marital rates, which we talk about ad nauseum. Updated marital rates. 85% of black men have a black woman. 8% of black men have a white woman, and 4% have a Hispanic woman. 93% of black women have a black husband. 4% of black women have a white man. So you divestors, you female divestors, who in the fuck are you divesting to? Who the fuck are you divesting to? We sit up here and talk this nonsense. Let me hit this up before I get up out of here. Hold on a second. All right, shout out to Wrench Turner. Appreciate you, good brother. Just dropped a dime on your boy's head. Salute to Black Male Media. I appreciate that. And my homeboys, Singles by Choices with a 20 ball upside the head. Salute, brother TJ. Hit the like button, please. Yes, please do that on your way out the door. And Singles by Choices just became a member, so I appreciate that. Appreciate all of that. Let me see. Let me drop this down. For us to sit up here and continuously have these ridiculous conversations with each other and these fucking ridiculous arguments like we don't need one another. The data is in, the numbers are in, and this is ridiculous. We are cannibalizing ourselves. We are absolutely cannibalizing ourselves for no damn good reason. I'm going on Monday evening with the pastor and Take Heed, talking about the disobedient woman. I'm going to thoroughly talk about how our women want to be husbands. They don't want to be fucking wives. They want to be husbands. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have much hope left in our situation. We've made this so difficult, so complicated. We've poisoned each other throughout the generations. We've poisoned each other against each other. And this is without the help of the so-called machine, the man. This is without this is without his help. We're not even factoring in his help. What we teach each other, what we co-sign for one another, the shit that we do. We don't need no help no more destroying ourselves. We're doing it on our own. This is fucking ridiculous. And I'm not sitting there telling you to not get with somebody that you don't jive with. But stop finding stupid reasons to disqualify people. And we find every reason not to be together. We always looking for a reason to say no. I dropped the link for anybody who want to come up for any final words on this topic, because I'm about to get up out of here. But if you want to come up, I'll wait about 2 or 3 minutes, see if anybody want to come up. I don't know what to do with this 50-50 bullshit. I think we need to stop having it. I think the larger platforms that got a bigger voice, I think they need to stop the bullshit when it starts. I think it's ridiculous. I think our women that talk about it are ridiculous. And I think the men who co-sign it, like that fucking dumpster fire would do at the beginning in the clip. Somebody tell me that man name again. I gotta go look this motherfucker up. This nigga wild. This dude wild. He wild. And dangerous. Dudes like him are dangerous. Dudes like him are just dangerous. My goodness. Ace metaphor. Ace metaphor. Yeah. Yeah, you told me about him. I forgot. Ace metaphor. I ain't all up in these streets like this. I don't know these motherfuckers, man. I really don't. I just know whoever y'all see me with, that's who I know. I got a real job. So, what's up, Jay? What's up, Jay Lerone? Thank you for coming in, man. I know the feeling of just getting off work. Guys, Monday's going to be a real good one. We're going to burn this bitch to the down, talking about God gave me free will, the disobedient wife. Y'all need to stay up, and y'all going to learn some stuff about me that's probably going to shock you, because I got to come clean about some shit. So if y'all ever wanted to know anything personal about me, if you ever wanted to know anything personal about me, come on through on Monday evening with me. Take heed to the message. This shit gonna be wild. Yep. I guess I'm gonna have my Usher moment. These are my confessions. I don't know. Monday, y'all. Evening. Thank everybody for coming through.
Yeah. This is what I'm made of. This is for the throne and the kingdom. The king's here, yelling freedom. Do or die, do it now if you believe it. You reap what you sow every season. Yeah. You kill what you eat when you feasting. Yeah. It's death before the sign and no treason. No. In a time of war, no retreat. Never lay down and die on my feet. I lift the reaper in his eyes and won't blink. I'm the voice every time that I speak. It's like thunder when it strikes. I'm the king. I'm the king. I am supreme. I am the king. I am supreme. I'm the king. You gotta keep going when you in the field. Yeah. Can't lose heart when it gets real. Yeah. Always push back, can't lose ground. Always stand up, never back down. Victory is key, victory is yours. Through the blood, sweat, and tears coming out your pores. Through the tears and the pain, cause you want more. Grind time, do it all until it pays off. I'm in a league of my own. I'm a king and I'm bad to the bone. Heavy in the game, supreme. I am the king. I am supreme. I am like a god. I'm the king. I am the king.
One pot.